Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for May the 7th through May the 13th. Excuse me, I'm very hot and I can't put my AC on because it's too loud. It would just make too much noise. So I'm going to just have to be hot. Listen, if you're new to my readings, welcome. I really hope that you stick around to the end because I've got a very special gift for everyone at the end. It's kind of cool, so stick around to the end. This is a general reading, guys. Oh, and also, sorry, I'm so sorry. If you're returning, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. This is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Keep it moving. If it's not for you this week, if, you know, maybe part of the reading will resonate with you and some of it won't. Take what you can and leave the rest, and please come back and check out, because maybe the reading will be for you next time. You know, listen, I am on Instant Go, and the link is below. You can ask me questions 24 hours a day, darling. I'm there. So check me out on Instago. It's a fabulous app. I think a lot of YouTubers have it. You can just download the app for free from the App Store. And I don't know if Android has it yet, but I know they will soon if they don't. This is for your sun, moon and rising. If you know your moon and rising, that information will be below. I'm also on Patreon. I have a Patreon page and there's links to that below. Check that out. You know, I do all kinds of posts there just for patrons. It's, you know, it's interesting. Anyway, without further ado, let me go into the astrological report for this week. And Mercury on the 6th and 7th, so you'll probably feel it on Sunday. I'm just recording this on Friday night, actually. It is right now. So the 6th and the 7th, you'll feel it on the 6th, but I think it moves in on the 7th. Mercury moves into a challenging aspect to Pluto. This is about power control, right? Because Mercury is the planet of intellect, of the mind, thinking, communication, and Pluto is the planet of deep spirituality and the underworld, things coming up. So we might, this is about power and control, so we might have some issues. It's just for a couple of days. It's not a very long transit, so we might have some issues in relationships for those couple of days. So, you know, it's going to be, it could be a power battle. And then at the same time, Venus challenges Neptune. Venus, the planet of love and finances, and Neptune, you know, dreamy, ethereal, and, you know, also spiritual, but can be deceitful. So we might have some challenges financially there. Now on the 12th, Mercury is connecting with Uranus. Now, Mercury, as I said before, it's the planet of communication, of the mental realm, of intellect. And Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, surprises, sometimes shocking, you know, events happening out of the blue. It's a rebel planet. So this could mean that we can have some issues communicating with people. We might say things, blurt things out without thinking. So it's really a good idea to be aware of that and try to breathe before, you know, before you say it. Don't go straight from thought to mouth, you know. It's going to be challenging. Now on the 13th, Mercury moves into Taurus, which is a much better place for Mercury, and it's more grounded and more, you know, slower and more deliberate. Excuse me. Now, I know we finish right, on the 13th, but I have to mention the new moon, because although I'll go into more depth next week, but the new moon in Taurus, right, is like so much is happening around the same time. That's why I really want to mention this. So the new moon moves into Taurus. Now, the moon is in its exaltation in Taurus. It loves Taurus. It's nurturing. It's time to, whatever seeds we've planted, it's time to nurture them and allow them to grow. This is a beautiful, beautiful new moon. It's gorgeous. Now, around the same time, or the day after, Uranus moves into Taurus. Now, this is huge. Uranus has like 84-year elliptical cycle, right? And during those 84 years, it goes into each sign. So it's approximately in each sign for 7 years. So it's been in Aries and it's going into Taurus. Now, Uranus is that sudden happenings, it's revolutionary, it's eruptions, it's lightning, right? That's what it is. And Taurus is grounded, so it's not going to be that happy in Taurus. Or, it means that, because Taurus is about the planet, about Earth, something major could happen globally during that time. So it's been in Aries, which is a cardinal sign. It really liked being in Aries, right? It could start things. It could, erupt and sudden changes. And it's been difficult for people with this, with Uranus in Aries. However, now it's going into Taurus. And it's not so happy in Taurus because it's more grounded and it's pulled down, right? So this is about ground. This is about global. This is about the planet. Now, it hasn't, the last time it moved into Taurus, it was in Taurus from 1934 to 1941. Turbulent times, right? This could be, something huge could happen mid-month, or the next few years, something major is happening. Now, Mars is moving around the same time too. Mars is moving out of Capricorn and it moves into Aquarius. Now, Mars has loved Capricorn. It's really enjoyed Capricorn, right? It's been able to start things and finish things, right? Now, Mars is the planet of war, don't forget. And the spark, it starts things, right? It's about action, it's about going forward, but normally it can't finish things, but in Capricorn it could. Well, now it's moving into Aquarius. Darling, it's like, it's going to be all over the place. It's not going to be happy in Aquarius. So, Aquarius is air and Mars is fire, and there could be explosions and eruptions. So be prepared. Normally I wouldn't mention, I'll go into more detail about them, about those aspects next week, because really it is in next week, but I couldn't not mention it because I think we should be prepared for this huge shift in energy. It's major. It's going to be major. Good for some always, and not good for others. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for May the 7th through May the 13th. And the first card... Oh, stay till the end because there's a gift. So don't forget, hang in there till the end of this reading. There's a little gift for you. The first card we have out is the Eight of Wands. Now this signifies that things are going to be like, a lot of things are happening all at once this week, this coming week. This is always positive energy. Things are finally coming in. It's like the wait is over. You've kind of waited for this moment, and it's like payday. It's like, if you're self-employed, there's lots of clients coming in, you're busy, you've got a lot going on. And clarifying it, darling, is the Wheel of Fortune turning in your direction. Now, look at this. This is I love this depiction of the Wheel of Fortune. Look, there's a heart at the top. How beautiful is that? And I want to put my glasses on to really look at this. I want to notice some of the symbols. Yeah, the sun is shining, and it's a number 10, right? So 10 indicates the ending of something and the beginning of something, and this is the beginning of something wonderful for you, Gemini. Look at that. Now, the next card up is the Three of Swords. This is a general reading, guys. What resonates with you resonates with you. If it doesn't, you know, maybe another part of the reading will, or check in next week. But stay till the end anyway, because there's a cool gift. Okay, so the Three of Swords. This is a feeling of being betrayed. This is like your heart being open. This is rejection. What comes to mind is rejection is God's protection, right? This is uncomfortable. This feeling is very uncomfortable, and sometimes it's a deep feeling from, you know, it's not even about what's happened. It's not about this particular situation that has brought this to the surface. This is a deep pain from within that was triggered by this recent rejection. Nobody likes rejection or betrayal, of course not. But this, when this card comes up, it's saying, listen, the only way, you've got to move on from this. And I know, look, I don't want to minimize anybody's pain. I really don't. We've all got our own paths to go on. So if you're feeling this pain, feel it. You know, withdraw from society, feel it, take it in your heart and release it. This is a really good time to release it. You know, we have this wonderful, you know, the moon is waning right now. And we have this beautiful new moon on the 15th. So get rid and release this pain before then, because there's so much more for you to experience, and you can't invite the wonderful energy in until you release this, Gemini. And look, clarifying it is the Nine of Fire, and this is about pausing before action, if you will, and it's like bringing thinking before you react and bringing light into the situation. It's considering your next move. It's being thoughtful. And so I really feel that there's wonderful things coming in for you, but if you can't release this pain here, then you're going to have a hard time moving on. But this is kind of, I feel that this is coming to an end for you, this pain. I feel that you're going to be letting it go. I feel that you understand it's time to release it. This is an uncomfortable feeling anyway. Step outside of it. You know, this is not it's uncomfortable, but we all feel this, Gemini. We all feel this. This is part of life, you know. And it's also shed a light on what's going on around you. Look at the people that you have surrounding you. Ask yourself, are my friends and loved ones supporting me in my journey and my life's purpose? Are they supporting me, or are they putting me down? You have to look at the blocks in the road and remove them, release them, actually. You know, you don't have to say, I don't ever want to see you again. You just quietly slip out the back door, you know, just like this. Bye. Slip away. That pain isn't good, I know, Gemini, but release it, feel it and release it, and things will get better for you. And look, the next card you have is the Queen of Wands, and she's about confidence. She's about stepping into who she is, her truth. She's about this independent woman who she is look, she's very well balanced. She's got it all together. She's the wife, she's the mother, she's got the home life, the career life. She's an incredible businesswoman. She's very social. And what I'm getting is, you know, listen, I always feel that she's also about networking because she's out there meeting people. So I feel that you need to be out there meeting people, because and especially when we're feeling this, and yes, retreat for a moment and go in and feel those feelings. I'm not saying go out to, you know, to avoid those feelings. Those feelings are real, so you definitely have to do that. But it's also about going out and networking, because I have a feeling that you could meet somebody very interesting that will help you in your career or your business, whatever it is. But I feel that it's a good time for you to be out there networking. But be discerning about where you go and with whom you are interacting with, right? Communicating with. Also, this is interesting because astrologically, this is and here, okay. This is actually what I was saying. This is the patience card. So things are coming to you. You just have to be patient. These feelings are going to go. Be patient, and don't forget everything in moderation, because when this card comes up, I don't know if you can sit there. It is. It's beautiful. Look at that. Patience. This is everything in moderation. That's the motto of this card. So sometimes when we're in this pain, we have this urge to want to drink or get outside of our feelings somehow. If it's at home, you know, eating ice cream or chocolate, whatever it is, you know, to get a, you know, how all the romantic movies, when someone's been rejected, they go in and they have loads of ice cream. For me, it used to be chocolate. I don't eat chocolate anymore. Well, not dairy chocolate anyway. So this is about not avoiding your feelings. That's what it's about. It's about not avoiding your feelings. You really have to feel them and sit with that uncomfortability for a moment, right? Because if you don't, you won't be able to release it. If you're always masking that feeling or denying it, being in denial, because we can say, oh yeah, I don't feel that. You know, we do. We lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. Or sometimes we can just be in this for years. I've known people that are in this pain for years and relish it, love this pain, even though they hate it. They say they hate it, but they're actually in it for so long, it's uncomfortable for them to get out of this feeling. So you have to make sure that this feeling doesn't take you over and doesn't dominate your life. You must release it, because otherwise it becomes part of your story, right? And it's like, you know, change the storyline, you know, start a new chapter. That's exactly what I'm getting. Start a new chapter, darling. You know, that chapter's over. Release it, it's gone. And have patience. Things are really going to turn around for you. I feel that your confidence will be built. It's about rebuilding your confidence, because when this does a number on you. It does a number on all of us, right? So we have to really focus on, you know, I highly recommend Louise Hay. I use a lot of her, you know, techniques in my coaching business. It's very important to love yourself. Really focus, you know, pamper yourself. Treat your body and you how you want to be treated, how you'd like to be treated, and treat other people the way you want to be treated. Just love yourself. Have a beautiful bath in rose petals or something, you know. Do something romantic for yourself, you know. Build up your self-esteem. So in recap, guys, things are happening fast. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your direction, but you must release this betrayal pain. You must really think before you react. and keep everything in moderation and build up your self-esteem, Gemini. Okay, now I have two things because I've just been directed at this very moment to pull out romance angel cards. And I have to listen to my guides. So we're going to pull a card for those of you whom are single. And then we'll pull the ones, a romance card for those of you in relationships. Okay. Okay, single Geminis. Single Geminis. It's going to be your birthday soon at the end of the month anyway, isn't it? Single Geminis. What lovely message do the romance angels have for single Geminis, please? Single Geminis. Ah. Oh. Calling in your soulmate. Okay, so it says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So this is about, you know, really focusing on bringing in your soulmate. I was talking to a friend the other day and I said, you know, you have to make room for your lover. You know, clear out some drawers, clear out a part of the wardrobe, sleep on one side of the bed, make room, physically make room, symbolically make room for your lover to come in, for your soulmate. And sure enough, they'll appear. You have to have room in your life for them. It's the same when people want babies. I always say, listen, prepare your house, prepare your body. You know, people say they want to have a baby and they won't give up smoking. And I'm like, give up smoking now. Make, you know, make a healthy environment for your baby to come into, right? Okay, so this is for relationships. For Geminis in relationships. Geminis in relationships. What wonderful. Oh, that came popping out. Oh, this is, okay, this is saying pay attention to the red flags for some of you. Excuse me. The signs are cautioning you. So pay attention to the red flags. This could mean that some of you, someone is going outside of your relationship and you need to see the red flags. And for some of you, it could be that your lover, and it could be your lover is going through some kind of an addiction, and look out for it. Maybe they need help. So that's that message. Now, I want you to take a deep breath in with me through your nose, okay? Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly exhale through your mouth. Think of a number between 0 and 999, including 0 and 999. It's the first number that comes to you. Put that number in the comment below and I will give you your personal message from the angels. Okay, so thank you all for tuning in. Gemini, please like this video, share it on your social media. Comment, as I said, put your number below and comment, give me any feedback. I'm very open to that. And what else? And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.